For about one day, there was an almost godlike deck running around Modern thanks to this incredible bug on Magic the Gathering Online. Everyone, this is Nikachu, Merfolk Master, and Modern had quite the situation on Magic Online because there was a deck that contained this one card that would just win the entire match on the spot. It wasn't a game-winning combo. It was a one-card match-winning combo, winning the game, winning the match immediately. And so people were just building their decks around this one thing. What is that one thing? Distant Memories. A blue-blue, 2 generic, a sorcery. You get to tutor for a card that you want. Shuffle your library. Now next, your opponent has the decision to either let you have that card or let you draw 3 cards. But here's the problem. Magic the Gathering Online, once it gives the decision to the opponent, has no game actions. They can't do anything. They can't select anything. And apparently, according to sources, you can't resign. So what ends up happening is your clock just dwindles down to a point where you're just inactive and you concede the entire match. What an incredible bug! So where was this discovered? Well, apparently Dylan Hand was playing some Commander and included Distant Memories in the deck. That's when they discovered when he cast this card, the opponents can't do anything and they end up just losing the entire match. So now once word got out that this bug existed, that's when things started to get interesting. That's when people started just including this in their random deck and was just killing people, just slaughtering people on Magic Online. And not only that, as people were winning with the deck, this started to pick up on Twitter. Oh my god, there is this bugged card that's winning in Modern. Distant Memories is destroying people. And the opponents are bragging about it. They're saying like, don't worry, just file for compensation. It's fine. It's okay. You're gonna get your money back. No wrong, no foul. And just unashamedly just destroying people with this card. And then as the word gets out on Twitter, more people learn about it. And then more people start building decks around it. And now more people are just saying, don't worry, just file for compensation. No big deal. Because they assume that the worst thing that can happen to them is just some slap on the wrist, some 30-day ban. And they want to cash in on this thing while they can. Well, they are just ripping the entire metagame apart. People are talking and more Twitter accounts say, hey, I am now completely undefeated after 32 or 42 matches with this archetype. And people are building decks around this thing. It's just a bunch of cards that search for Distant Memories to cast it and then try to make sure it's backed up by Veil of Summer, by Pact of Negation, by Force of Negation. Make sure they have maximum protection for this one card, because once it resolves, that's it. The match is over. They've won the entire thing. And it's frustrating people. I mean, once it starts getting completely abused, the format's unplayable. It's completely unplayable. You just run it. Why spend your time trying to get through 5 matches when you're up against this godlike deck that's going to just chew you up an entire match, preventing you from ever going 5-0, preventing you from ever going 4-1. Okay, I can file for compensation, but you completely robbed me of my potential 4-1. You've completely robbed me of my potential 5-0. They will not give that to me. They only compensate you, really, if you've lost. If you don't even get your entry fee, that's usually what they're going to compensate you for. That's terrible, and it's wasting your time. Usually takes me about 2 hours to get through a league. And and if I'm playing to try to get that 4-1, to get that 5-0, try to get my name in a publishing, in a deck dump, I mean, you're robbing me of my time. It's not just ticks, it's not just the treasure chest. You're wasting my time by doing this. And you're cheating. You absolutely know you're cheating, building a deck around this, trying to farm as many treasure chests and ticks as possible. Because I don't know if you all know this, but you can sell your ticks online to either a card hoarder or Magic the Gathering online traders. And I believe GoatBots also accepts ticks, and they'll pay you cash by PayPal. So they're trying to cash in, and especially given the crisis that we have in this world, people might have been really trying to take advantage of this, thinking, you know what, I'm not harming the players really, they can always get their entry back, let's make some money while we're at this, let's try to cash in while the getting's good. Let's make some money. The only person who's really going to be affected is Wizards of the Coast, which, I mean, technically you are stealing from them, like at an actual ethical level, you are stealing from Wizards of the Coast, which in some ways is going to harm the players anyway. It decreases their budget in some sorts. And if you want to know, taking advantage of a bugged card is against the rules. You are not allowed to willingly play a bugged card on Magic the Gathering Online, because these things happen where the card has a very large advantage, and in this case, just a completely match winning. I have never seen a card win the match on the spot before. This is the first time I've ever seen it. That's a pretty damn big advantage. And it was very interesting to see the creativity to build around this card, but still, it's cheating. You cannot take advantage of a bugged card. You have to wait for Wizards of the Coast to fix it. So they're cheaters, and there's tons of cheaters propping up in the leagues, one after another, all trying to take advantage of distant memories. And anyway, so they keep telling people, file for compensation. You're going to get your money back. But anyway, and I hope that card hoarder, Magic the Gathering Online traders, goat bots, whoever buys tickets for cash, I hope that they did not open their. I hope they did not accept any tickets through a 48-hour window of this event happening until Wizards of the Coast could take action and stop the card. Because I would really hate to hear that these cheaters got away with it and actually cashed in for something. That it was wrong, and I really hope they didn't get away with anything. And Wizards of the Coast did act relatively swiftly. They were able to ban the card on Magic the Gathering Online. They haven't fixed it yet, but what they can do is ban the card so that nobody else can take advantage of it, especially in any other formats, because it was still legal also in formats like Legacy and Vintage. So the card is banned, and you know what? Some people say maybe we should have waited for the meta to adjust. People started finding answers to this combo. What if you play Narset's Reversal? It's a double blue spell, copies the card, points it directly at them. All right, you play Distant Memories at me. I'm going to copy it, point it directly at you. Now I win the match. You don't get, once my card resolves, that's it. You can't take any game actions and I win. Other people said, you know what, we got to play it. This is the time for Hive Mind. If you want to cast this Distant Memories card, I get a copy of it and you lose. So a lot of very interesting, a lot of interesting ways of maybe defeating the Distant Memories deck. Maybe we should have just given it some time. The meta would have adjusted. But anyway, it has been banned, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. If you want to play on Magic the Gathering Online, you want to play Modern, the environment is safe. It didn't happen for very long. It's just a very interesting part of Magic the Gathering Online's history to be put in the history books. Given all of the bugs that have been found and discovered, this one absolutely takes the cake, especially since so many people desperately try to farm so much money out of the game because of that. And now that the card has been banned, it is only my hope that the players have been banned. And certainly, for example, many people say, well, it could have been a throwaway account. Well, the money has to go somewhere. So either they ban the account, or also they ban whatever account the money was moving towards, like the ticks, I mean. If they move treasure chests and ticks to another account, figure it out where the stuff went, and take the correct action against these players. Because if they do this online, then that's the type of person that would also take advantage of stuff also in paper. So hopefully they take the correct action against the players who are doing this, because they're cheaters. This is cheating. This is literally cheating. Maybe they seem to know the rules enough that they thought that they might only get banned for like 30 days because of taking advantage of these sort of bugs on Magic the Gathering Online. But I don't know if they were expecting to get banned in paper Magic. We're probably not going to know if any action was taken against these players, but I hope Wizards of the Coast does the correct thing and deals with them, because we certainly don't want to set a precedent of people doing this again in the future. whenever a new card, like whenever a card is discovered to be bugged online and ruins the metagame for everybody. So anyway, I hope it was a pretty entertaining like 24 hours while it was around. I hope you enjoyed this story. This is Nikachu, Merfolk Master, talking about the bug Distant Memories, which is going to be now a distant memory on Magic the Gathering Online.